Hello fellow preppers, this is Mrs. Homestead Prepper, and today I'm going to show you how to make one of my most favorite things in the world is freezer strawberry jam. And the reason it is my most favorite thing in the world is because when you eat this stuff it tastes like absolutely fresh strawberries. And I think the reason for that is that with this recipe you do not cook the berries at all. They're just done fresh, and that's why they call it freezer jam, is because the preservation is done in your freezer, not on the shelf. So therefore you don't have to have the cooking, and that's why you have to put it in the freezer. Now they say it'll last up in the freezer for a year and 3 months in the refrigerator. You leave it in the freezer until you're ready to open a jar. You open it up and you put it in your refrigerator. They say it'll last 3 months, but I guarantee you it will not last 3 months because you will probably eat it in 3 days, if not less. It's excellent for putting on ice cream, making strawberry shortcake with it, put it on your toast in the morning for breakfast. Just eat a spoonful of it if you can contain yourself to 1 spoon. It's very easy to make, and what you do is for every batch, a single batch is 2 cups of crushed strawberries, and I found that a cup of strawberries is about 12 strawberries. And all you have to do, these strawberries are absolutely beautiful. There's no waste to them whatsoever, and I've already done most of them, and I'm just going to add 3 more here. And you can get this recipe. There's a recipe in the box of pectin that you buy. And this is the pectin we use, and the recipe is, just a little paper inside. It gives you recipes for cooked and non-cooked, cooked jellies and the freezer jellies. And I just slice them up so that you can mash them easily. These have been washed. Mash them up. And after you mash them, you measure them. Now, I've already put about 1½ cups in here, so all I need is about a ½ cup. So that's good enough. Okay, set this aside. This is what I normally rinse the strawberries in. Makes it easier. Set those aside. Now I've got my 2 cups of strawberries here. Now to this you add 4 cups of sugar. Yes, 4 cups of sugar. And the recipe says don't skimp on the sugar because it won't set right. Well, I have found that this thing sets one way or another, It sometimes doesn't set at all. I don't know what the difference is. Anyways, that's 4 cups of sugar. You put 4 cups of sugar in there?
I sure did.
All right. And then you stir that up till you get the sugar mixed in real well. Seems like you never get these sugar stirred up. Anyways, you stir this up real good, and this has to sit for 10 minutes. And in that 10 minutes, you keep going back and re-stirring it. Now, one thing that I find helpful is once I like to get this stirred in to where I don't see any white sugar. It looks pink. So, stir that in real good. And then I take this and try to mash it a little bit because it needs that juice. It needs to be combined real well. I forgot to mention, I like to have all my stuff clean and ready to go before I start, because once you get this going, you got to keep it going. Okay, so I'll just leave this in here so when I come back, stir it again. Put my timer on for 10 minutes. and it's ready to go. After a couple of minutes, I'll stir it again. Once it's 10 minutes, then you start preparing the pectin. Now with the pectin, you got to dissolve the pectin, and so you get 3/4 of a cup of water.
No. The water's here.
Okay, 3/4 of a cup of water. And you put it in here. And when you're ready, you take the pectin, you pour it in there. Then you turn it on to medium-high, and you bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a full boil, and with medium-high, you stir it constantly. When it comes to a full boil, you continue stirring it for 1 minute. And once you've done that, then you take it back over and you add it to the strawberry berry sugar mix. This is ready to put the lids in. We put the lids in it so we can heat them up and make sure that they're sterilized so that we can put them on top of the jars. Now the jars don't need to be sterilized because you're not cooking it. It's not the normal way that you would can things. Like I say, the freezer is the preservation. On these things, the lids do not go, they don't suck in. You can use plastic containers for it if you want. It doesn't have to be the glass mason jars. But we use the mason jars usually.
But we did wash our mason jars.
Yeah, you do wash them. Yeah, make sure everything is clean. But okay, it's only been 1 minute, so.
Okay, we're gonna have to do part 2. So one other thing that I'm going to mention is that these are beautiful strawberries we got locally. These come from Dover, Florida, which is near Plant City, and we got this whole flat, which is 8 quarts, for $7. And 2 weeks ago we got the whole flat for $6. So it is a smoking deal. This is Homestead Prepper. Would you sign out?
You sign out. Sign out, Homestead Prepper.
Oh God, I caught your